you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the morning comes and we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind, not the fire that we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back.
Welcome to another episode of Around the 4 and 2. I am Tyler, and with me as always are Smitty and Herb, part of the Pod Hub Network, and brought to you by Statement Games. Thank you, Herb. I was still smacking my lips because of that big Reese cup.
Yeah.
The big cup.
Chungus.
Well, we're by ourselves this week.
What was that?
So we're by ourselves this week for
Yeah.
first
for
time
once.
in like a month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We haven't given a shout out in a while, but I do have one because my boy Travis Swaggerty was texting with him the other day. He is signed now
Weird
with
flex, but okay.
Louisville Slugger.
Oh.
So we have yet to bring it up, and I know we wanted to, the wing bash that we're always a part of.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be going on in June. And how does that relate? Well, I was texting with him, and he's going to donate some stuff for the wing bash. So, like, he's getting some spring training cleats. He's sending some broken bats, some batting gloves, like one of his rookie card.
Cars.
Card.
Get
One-
us.
yeah, car.
One of his cars.
One of his 12 cars like Geddes. But yeah, so shout out to him. I mean, obviously, when I explain the cause and everything, that kind of, relates to him pretty well. It's something that his fiance's gone through. And so, yeah, but love that guy. Every time I talk to him, I feel like a better person after talking to him. So, but anyway, yeah, we can jump into the show now. Travis Swaggerty, baseball player. Let's jump into MLB. The Padres, are they about to make like a ridiculously big splash?
No.
Donardo thinks so.
You don't think that they're ending up with the other one?
Nah.
See, well, first off, I mean, I've said this. I don't know if I said it on here last week. I know I said it like in the comments watching North Shore 9. If they didn't give Hosmer that money, I think they already have one of those guys.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And they'd probably be in the market for the other one now, too. I don't know. I just feel like the way that it's playing out in my mind is kind of the same way that Donardo said on there. I think that Harper ends up with the Phillies, which a lot of people thought was already going to be a done deal.
Yeah.
I think on Tuesday. Somebody
Yeah.
put out a graphic.
Why did people think that?
Yeah.
So a graphic leaked of like a Sports Center set that said Harper to Phillies. So it was like they already had that.
just
but,
like
I
we
mean-
had. Who was it for the Penguins years ago?
Oh, God.
It
don't
was
know.
something like that. We had someone, but it didn't happen.
Well, not like, you don't mean like Zobrist to the Pirates.
That
during the trade
happened.
deadline. Like
that
was,
happened too.
yeah.
There was one for the Penguins I was thinking of.
But
But
see,
yeah.
the thing is, this wasn't like, live or anything like that. It was just like what the set looked like. So people were like, they're just prepping for when this
Yeah.
breaks. And it was like, I mean, if you searched Bryce Harper that day, like he was trending. So I was like, I wonder why he's trending. I look at it and it's like verified accounts. Like Bryce Harper is expected to complete his deal with the Phillies today. No one was giving numbers in any range or anything like that. And that's, why I was kind of skeptical. But, I mean, I was like, okay, if these big accounts are, thinking that this is happening today, getting done, why shouldn't I think it's getting done?
Yeah.
But, so I'm kind of on board with Donardo thinking that the Phillies land Harper and Machado ends up with the Padres. I think it's going to come down to the Padres and White Sox. And we know where – I feel like if he's going to be a White Sox, it's going to happen already.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, leaving this time open, and it keeps teams like the Yankees, who we haven't heard from, linked to Machado for a while,
That's what I said.
like in the mix. But I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna be a Padre or a White Sox, and I think the Padres are willing to give him more money. I mean, if you're gonna give Hosmer $144 million,
What
like
do
you
give
said,
Machado?
equating that to Machado, that's probably like $500. So
yeah.
so that's what I'm going with as far as though too. I mean, my predictions have been updated probably 3 or 4 times already this offseason. So
Situations change.
yeah.
I really don't understand what's going on this whole offseason.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Astros owner said, you're not going to see any more
Absurd
10-year deals. I think you guys, once again, going back to the live show that you were on with Donardo, you guys talked about that a little bit. Like, it's to the one
Show's
guy
canceled. Anybody just see that?
to the one guy that gets it, like maybe be Mike Trout, maybe like that's
Yeah,
the only
that's
guy
the
that
bi-
you would
that's
think
the
of.
only
Like,
one.
but I mean, it really is always. Like, give me one scenario where it's played out well for the team the entire time of the contract. It doesn't. I mean, you're paying them for the first half of the contract. Maybe you're paying them for production for the first half, and then you're just eating that the second half.
Yeah.
And teams aren't going to do that
Did
anymore.
did A-Rod slow down?
Which 10-year contract?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah, he had 2.
Yeah.
but I mean, he had a little bit of a resurgence towards the end, I guess.
Yeah.
But I still, I mean, if they could go back in time, he's probably not getting that
Did
second.
Bonds
No,
ever have
yeah.
a 10-year contract
No,
Mm,
I don't think so.
good question.
with the
but
Giants? I don't know. If he had one, then I think that was probably good the whole way through. He might have had a little help, if you know what I mean. But
If you
an
know what I
assist.
mean.
He got an assist.
uh,
Yeah, honestly, I don't know about that, and that's how wouldn't he have had one?
exactly.
yeah.
For being with the team as long as he
And
was.
at that time, like the teams, not they were just throwing them out there to anybody, but they were definitely more common. I mean, Albert Pujols' contract. I mean, Josh Hamilton got a 10-year contract in his lifetime.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Josh Hamilton got a 10-year contract.
If I had to take a guess, I'm gonna say he probably did. I just don't recall it.
I'm gonna look up his contract
I
history.
don't. I don't
All right.
think
Well,
he
while
did.
you're doing that, the Astros signed Wade Miley to a 1-year deal,
Ha.
and it's like that's a guy that, I mean, maybe there was some link to the Pirates, but I know a lot of people didn't want him. I really didn't want him, but then the
Yeah.
Astros signed him, and it's like, damn, the Astros wanted him. Does that mean that there's actually something there? I mean, look at what the Astros have done
Technically,
with pitchers.
They're all in the MLB. There's always something there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you're just trying to unlock whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
you got to see one thing. And, I mean, the Pirates do it a lot, too. They see one thing in a guy, and they're able to flip the switch here.
Yeah.
But, like, for the Astros to want a guy and what they've done with pitchers, that kind of makes me feel like, we probably should have been in on this guy.
Yeah, but we don't have
Right, yeah, we
the
don't.
juice that
We
the
can't.
Astros
We
do.
can't speed up guys' velocity to 100 miles per hour.
Yeah. The juice, if you will.
Arenado settles for $26 million avoiding arbitration. I think the number he wanted was like 28, and they were offering 24, so they meet in the middle or something like
I
that.
think it's
so
funny whenever
Fair
we say
enough.
settles for $26
Yeah,
million.
Yeah,
right?
so he didn't have to do arbitration.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not bad.
that's, I mean, I guess good to not have to go to arbitration. They saved $2 million by doing so, but he's not going to be a Rocky long term.
No.
That's actually a guy that's been linked to the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Man, but I hate that because I love Nolan Arenado. I
Mhm.
mean, I get it. He's not the same player away from Coors, who is, but
yeah.
he's still the glove. That's not going to change wherever he's playing, and
No.
he's a ridiculously good defender.
And that bat's going to do well in Yankee Stadium, too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, if you're not playing in Coors Field, where's a better place for him? There or Cincinnati?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
So, I can see it happening. I will not be happy with it, but a report came out that it was like this is the third baseman the Yankees are actually targeting. If they don't sign a guy right now, this is why they're going to end up with Arenado long term. But what does that mean for the future of Andujar? I mean,
Not
he's
good.
probably going to be. Yeah, I mean, he's got to be a trade chip, I guess.
That or DH?
Potentially.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're going to a team will overpay for him because of his offense.
Yeah.
I feel like his value is going to be higher as a trade chip than as a DH on your team.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
Like get somebody that's going to play every day or something, or a starting pitcher. I mean, they're going to have the need at pitching.
Mm.
Did Barry Bonds ever get a 10-year contract?
No.
Really?
I knew it.
What was his longest contract?
6.
Oh.
So his first contract with the Giants was 6 years, and then he had a 4 or 5 year contract after that, then another 5-year contract, and then a 1-year contract his last year.
He took the more money over short periods of time, huh?
Well, more
Right.
money. Well, I guess it's inflation and all that crap, but
Yeah.
I was like looking at his yearly salary, and it's like the highest he made was like $15 million, which
Back then
back
was a load.
back then was good.
Yeah.
Now it's like
Nothing.
average infielder.
Jordy Mercer.
Former Pirate, Marlins. The Marlins signed Neil Walker to a 1-year deal.
Washed.
What kind of combination is that? The Marlins and Neil Walker.
Best thing I seen was
Cheap and he can get by.
Yeah. Best
There it
thing I
is.
saw was nobody on the Marlins is saying they're counting us out and we're going to win this. They're all saying, I need a fucking job.
I mean, yeah, I get it for him,
Yeah.
but I guess the Marlins just need guys to play baseball games.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much. Suck for another 2 years and then watch.
You're really not making much
Somewhere
of a
in
financial
Pittsburgh.
investment.
Somewhere in Pittsburgh, someone was probably pissed that the Pirates didn't sign him.
Oh,
Didn't
all
bring
the
him back.
Yinzers. All the Yinzers.
Blue Jays signed Freddie Galvis, which was a guy that was on the Pirates' radar.
Which
or-
a lot of
or-
people were pissed about.
Or wasn't.
Why?
I don't know.
Because they want them to spend money?
Is he got what, $4 million
$4.
or something?
Yeah.
in an option
1 year
or something.
1 year, $4
1 year
million.
team. Yeah.
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 I mean, I get it. I once again, like the Pirates' statements at Pirate Fest, like it's not that they don't make sense. I mean, I get it for what they're saying. Like next year, that's true. Guys, ARB numbers are going to go up. There's going to be guys that are first time ARB eligible. That's always going to be the case.
Yeah.
Why
what they don't say.
Yeah, but you have people coming off too, which is what they don't say.
Exactly.
And also, what is that? If you sign guys to 1 year deals, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like if you sign, so I really wouldn't have wanted Freddie Galvis. So okay, say you like Jose Iglesias, you don't want to make like a long-term commitment to him because you have guys ARB numbers going up, whatever. You give him a 1 year deal.
Well, that's like what Donato and I brought up with Dozier. It's like he got $9 million for 1 year.
Yeah.
After that 1 year, it's not like you have any obligation to
look
him.
at how low the payroll is, and if you're really just focusing on not having the money tied up past this year, give him 1 year and give him like $12 million. You know, like overpay by like a third of what he was getting.
Yeah.
Because it's still only for 1 year.
And you have you can spend that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I get it. He still has to agree to it. Who's to say he would have wanted to come to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
But that's not the point that I'm getting at. I'm just saying, like, they shouldn't be scared of doing 1 year contracts because that has the opposite effect of what they're saying. Like, it comes off the books, too.
I wonder if it's something along the lines of recouping assets, why they don't want to do 1 year deals. Like, why take a chance on a guy with 1 year that doesn't pan out and you're stuck with him all that money than, you know, having Cervelli, let's say, and trading him halfway through the season and getting what you can for him, because I'm assuming he's going to do well like last year, minus the injuries, hopefully.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm confused.
Trades.
No, I know, but so what is exactly is the risk of they just don't play well?
Yeah,
What?
exactly. That's
And
my
they don't
thing.
play well, and you have them for 1 year.
Yeah, but you're forgetting Bob Nutting is cheap, and he probably doesn't want to shell out more than $1 million to someone. But
So, okay, if they bring a guy in for, say, okay, $10 million,
Yeah.
1 year, and the guy doesn't work out and he doesn't end up being your starter, like, yeah, that sucks. And
Yeah.
for the Pirates, it's obviously much more of like like if that happened to the Red Sox, it's whatever.
Yeah.
They can cut ties. The Pirates probably wouldn't do
No.
that. But say that ends up meaning that Kevin Newman and Aaron Gonzalez are the shortstop. Well, that was going to be the case anyway.
yeah,
So, yeah, your payroll is a little bit higher, but it doesn't matter because that guy's still coming off the books after 1 year.
yeah, and then it also gives them the reason to say, hey, we're not signing any free agents because look at this.
Yeah, you know what? It worked out in their favor.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out. But it's just could Kevin Newman and Eric Gonzalez be good enough for them to be competitive? Maybe. Could all these other things play out well and they actually be a competitor this year? Maybe. But I just feel like these are a lot of question marks that are avoidable by signing a guy to a 1 year contract.
Yeah.
As far as the fifth starter, too, I mean, that's a position that they could probably add somebody on a 1 year deal. Look at, like, Gio Gonzalez is still out there.
Yeah.
He's a guy that's only somehow 33. Like, I thought, when I say
Yeah.
only 33, I thought he was much older. He's actually been, like, he would be a solid number, like, 3 for a lot of teams, a 4 at worst. And on a 1 year deal, which, I mean, look at the market, that's what he's going to get. I
Yeah.
mean, that'd be a guy that I'd be intrigued by. I mean, I don't hate the idea of an opener either, really, to be honest with you. Like,
No,
I like
yeah.
it more than Lyles just being the fifth starter.
Yeah.
Because it worked for the Rays. I mean, that's a model that I think the Pirates could follow and should follow.
They should have last year with Glass now, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Are there any other like significant starting pitchers out there outside of Gio and Keuchel? I haven't looked recently, so.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not the one to ask.
Yeah, I don't know really.
Yeah, because I honestly think they can fill that fifth spot in the rotation internally, just through competition. I think Brubaker needs to have a shot at it, even if they don't think he does. He deserves it after last year, just to at least have a chance in spring training. So.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm not like, I'm not forgetting completely about like Nick Kingham. I mean,
Yeah.
he's out of options. He's going to be given a chance, you would think.
Yeah. He's gonna be in the bullpen to start, is my guess.
And yeah, probably. I mean, I haven't given up on him just because he had some rough patches. Most of those were just in the first inning, and then he settled down.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so I think he should have a shot. I said before It's not going to happen, but I would love for like Mitch Keller to actually get like a real chance.
Yep.
You know, and if he gets beat out, so be it. I mean, but whatever. But I would love for it to be like an actual, true, open competition between like what you'd have him, Kingdom, Brubaker, Lyles, and maybe Brault. I don't know.
Who's the other one? Lions.
Maybe. I mean, he has been a starting pitcher for the Cardinals, but I don't think that's really.
Brault's like your only left-hander.
Yeah. Which is why I think they should go after Keuchel.
That'd be interesting. I mean, what would you be willing to give him?
I don't know money. I'd say probably, like, thinking about his situation, probably bridge you like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go past 3 years.
Yeah. I actually don't even remember how old he is.
I mean, I'd love it for it to be 2 and an option, to be honest, more than 3, obviously, but I don't know what he's going to get. I feel like a team that needs pitching is going to give him what he wants. He might actually be somebody that ends up, doing well still in this market, even though he's not signed yet. But looking at starting pitchers, so you have him, Gio, Clay Buchholz.
He's still in the league?
Yeah.
Keuchel's 31, by the way.
Jeremy Hellickson, Brett Anderson, James Shields, Edwin Jackson, Liriano.
Hellickson's interesting.
Liriano.
Fister.
Bring him home.
Bartolo.
Do it.
There it is.
Giovanni Gallardo. There it is.
You knew it. You knew it was coming.
Chris Tillman. Irvin Santana.
Huh.
That list just put me to sleep.
It's like a bunch of guys that at one point
were decent.
Like Irvin Santana's the last name on that list, and he started the wild card game for the Twins.
He
like
follows
less
me.
than 2 seasons ago. Yeah.
But
Chris
now
Tillman was the best pitcher on the Orioles staff at one point.
Hellickson was the best Phillies pitcher at one point.
Yeah, and
I think he
took
might
the qualifying offer and
like
shocked everybody by doing that. But he probably knew. He's like, yeah, I just had a ridiculous season. That's not keeping
that
up.
might be a good fit for a number 5, honestly.
I mean, to me, guys like that are probably guys that are gonna wait it out, maybe get a job in spring training
Or Japan.
Yeah, and could sign like in season or something like that.
Yeah. How funny would it be if Harper and Machado go to Japan?
For a year.
Oh man, the MLB.
Just nuked. Just straight up nuked.
Everyone's gonna start doing it. It becomes a new trend.
Yep.
When our deals are up,
The
Ship it
MLB
on.
just goes downhill.
yeah, as soon as everybody's contract ends,
They
they're
just
out.
all go to Japan. The Japan Baseball League becomes the new MLB.
Would you follow it?
No.
Dude,
The
baseball's
time-
interesting over there, though.
The times of the games would be ridiculous. What time would I have to be up to watch baseball?
Like 3 a.m.
Yeah. Well, I'm up at 3 a.m. anyway. I'm not watching baseball.
Whenever I was in different part of the world, but I was in Germany 2 years ago, and whenever the Steelers played the Chiefs, did they play the Chiefs before they played the Pats in the wild card game?
Yep.
Or
Yeah,
not in the wild.
AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Chiefs, Pats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Matt
up
Morgan.
at the game started at 2 in the morning, and so I was awake in Germany, and it was on TV in Germany.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
they show American sports,
Well, yeah, but wow.
especially the
And
NFL.
the Steelers. I mean,
Yeah.
did you see any Steeler fans over there?
No,
Like,
I was up. I wasn't
Oh.
just. I was just in my hotel room.
Oh. Well, that answers that.
That'd be so interesting going to a bar in Germany at 2 in the morning to watch a Steelers game.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
couldn't
open a
imagine
Steelers
that.
bar in Germany.
It's an
No.
untapped market.
We need to open a car wash. Was that Moon?
That was
It's in-
Moon.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's bad.
Like, dude, we went past this car wash. and
Probably
the
at
line's
least
just like.
Yeah.
At least between 30 and 40 cards.
Yeah.
I was like, is this the only car wash here?
Pretty
Like, I'm
much.
about to open a car wash.
Yeah. And, like, these cars have, like, an inch of salt on the back of them, too. It's insane.
All right. Well, that was enough baseball talk. Were you about to say something?
No,
Oh,
Just
I
flipped his
thought you. All right.
Eyes
So
with my
switching
hand.
to hockey, the Penguins finally back from a break. The first game back. Oh man, rough one to watch.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
they played the Devils, and the Devils have given them problems all year long.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't lost at PPG in 4 games. They've scored like 7 power play goals here during that span. The Penguins have 1, and it was in that game.
Yeah. I don't understand why, but the Devils make neutral zone defense look easy. No matter what scheme they run, it looks easy. They couldn't get anything going that game.
Mhm.
They were playing what 1-2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had no space at anywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, that was kind of. Was that the last straw? Do you think for Broussard in that game? I mean,
Yeah, and
as
then,
far as,
and
like,
then him getting
Didn't
kicked
he
I mean, I
out.
know
and then booted? Yeah.
he scored a goal, got ejected from the game.
Yeah.
All of a sudden had an upper body injury,
Yeah.
and then got traded.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the arena, whenever they announced that he was day to day, like literally, I saw multiple people just go like, just give quotation, day to day. It's like, all right, so when's he getting traded?
It didn't work. I mean, it's a shame. He's a talented player.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it against us, with multiple different teams.
I still don't think he's a bad player.
No, I think
He's
it's like
just,
I think it's
it
like
just didn't fit here.
I think it's like GMGR said. It's like he's used to playing first line minutes in that style, but can't do that here, obviously.
Yeah, and I mean, he had a bad injury
Yeah.
here too. I mean, so hopefully I don't wish that he continues on this downhill trend. I hope that he ends up having a good rest of his career.
Just not against us.
Yeah, but it didn't work, and so yeah, he goes with Riley Sheehan, a second rounder, and 2 fourth rounders, a fourth rounder that's just been part of
Literally
basically every
bounced
trade.
around.
Yeah. For Nick Bugstad and Jared McCann.
Yeah.
Two really interesting names.
Yeah, and what a day it had to be for them yesterday. I mean,
Oh.
it was just awesome to see. They literally had a video of them walking into the
Yeah.
arena, like fast walking at 6:55.
It was morning skate in Florida. They got the call, got on a flight, landed, basically got to the arena as fast as they could, and ended up on the bench during the anthem. That's when they met everyone.
They got it.
Thank God they didn't do the Canadian national anthem. Too.
Yeah, and they had a police escort from the airport.
Yeah.
If they didn't have the police escort, they're not making it.
Could you imagine that phone call? Jim Rutherford and Lemieux just like, hey, we need a favor.
We need to call in a favor.
They were going to be in the lineup regardless.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was just a matter of are they going to be
Are
there
they going to be at that start? Yeah.
Man.
Which Sid, you're playing double
What
time.
are the rules on that? Like if you're not like on the bench at game time, like how I don't know because they said after the game, I saw people on Twitter like saying they talked to Penguins officials that have been like with the Penguins for a long time and they had never seen a circumstance like that where it's like what if they don't start the game, like they're not on the bench to start the game, like how do they handle that?
Yeah. That was literally their only option.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise we would have seen like Chad Ruhwedel playing forward.
That would have been
Like,
wild.
That would've been
because
awesome.
it's rare that you see a trade like this where you trade 2 guys that are on your NHL roster for 2 guys that are on a different NHL roster. So those 2 guys that you traded can't play for your team, obviously, because you traded them,
Yeah.
and you don't have the 2 guys yet. Because
Yeah.
normally, like when you make a trade, like I mean, we played two games without Broussard last year. I mean, there was a little bit more with that because he was coming from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like normally, you don't have the player that you trade for the first game. That's like pretty common. And we had them literally there
In a couple
Like-
hours.
Yeah. After making the trade.
They were chugging a Red Bull while they were walking to the
Yeah.
ice.
He's like, do you want some? He's like, send it.
Yeah, send it.
But as far as the way that they looked on the actual ice, I mean, they obviously there was no like chemistry before this. Just kind of threw them on the ice. Said, "This is who you're playing with." Like they probably didn't even see. They probably didn't even know who they were playing with. Like, oh, here's the lineup card real quick before you go on the ice.
Yeah.
He's like,
Like-
what number are you?
But it's
They look good.
Yeah, I was just say in terms of like positioning everything, just there wasn't a ton of offsides, which is kind of something that you don't really think about, but you would expect just timing, not having
Yeah.
it down with guys. I mean, Bugstad could have scored in that game. I remember a pass across the ice that he just kind of whiffed on.
Yeah.
It happens.
He
but-
assisted.
But man, he looks like he's gonna be a fun player to watch.
He's one of those guys that
He's
has
big.
the talent. He's also he's 6'6".
Yeah.
But they always held him high in Florida. GMGR always wanted him. It just never really clicked. Like he's done well, he's done good, just never what they expected.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he has hit 50 points in his career. And I mean, and look at the team he was playing on though too.
Yeah.
I mean, if he
who were
comes
his
here
line mates?
and say that, I don't know actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, was he playing as a center there?
I
Or
believe
No,
right
he was
wing?
playing. He was playing as a right wing.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he on the top line?
So-
then with
Second
Hoffman and-
second line.
Was he on the top line with second? Oh.
Yeah. I looked at it
What's he
last
playing?
night. I just forget who his center was.
Trocheck?
It was probably Trocheck and Huberdeau, or is Trocheck still out? It was funny. David texted us right after that trade happened. He's like,
Trocheck and Huberdeau.
Oh, nice. That's not a bad line.
No.
It's also been
No.
underperforming this year. So
The team in
Right.
general sucks.
yeah,
But I mean, people want to complain about his points. It's like, yeah, this year the production is down compared to other years. But
it's
like
still better
last
than
year,
Brassard.
he had 49 points, which would be tied for 5th on our team last year with Hornquist. The only people ahead of him would have been Letang, Crosby, Malkin, and Kessel.
Yeah,
And think about, like, looking at the money. What's he make? 4.1.
4.1.
Mhm.
He makes
4.1.
he makes
He
what
makes a-
Mata makes.
I was just say he makes $100,000 more than Carl Hagelin was.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
I,
like, I mean, I like
and Carl Hagelin
but
had the production of Riley Sheehan.
yeah. Like, and the thing that's nice about this trade too is it's locked up 10 of your 12 iced forwards for this year and the next 2 after. So it kind of evens out the cap situation. You can kind of see how it's going to go.
yeah. And
I'm
Dom Simone's not one of those because he just like if you're bringing him back, I mean that's
Yeah.
another one. That
Well, no, he's under contract through 2021, I believe.
is he?
Who?
They
Yeah.
gave him and Sprong. I thought both
No, I think
a
Hold on.
deal
cap friendly.
for like 1 year.
I don't know what this is, but we're getting food. Oh, are these Twinkies? Cool.
No, but yeah, I thought for some reason that he was on just like a 1 year deal.
I
I
couldn't
thought-
Simone's
or
an
was
R-
it- or was it
Simone's an
2 year one
RFA
way?
after next year.
Okay.
So, okay.
So he's still an RFA.
Yeah, he'll be
Okay.
he'll be an RFA next
That's
year.
what it was. So who are the ones up then?
The only people that are up on forwards is Cullen, Bluger, and Wilson.
Oh,
Okay, so
But
yeah.
Bluger's
I
an RFA, so he'll be back.
So yeah, they really have that's nice.
Mhm.
That's nice to know that you have that though.
It's like, yeah, next year you pretty much have your team.
Now
I'll
I
get
mean,
Jack Johnson off it, and I'll be happy.
now I mean, you know that we're probably going to become complacent and GM Jar's going to shake something up
Yeah.
at some point, but yeah, you have your roster already set.
Yeah, your
I mean-
cap situation's set, so you have a better idea of what you can do.
Even your defensemen. The only UFA is Ruedel. Pedersen and Ricola are both RFAs, so
Yeah.
they'll both be back too.
I mean, especially like with the trade again, the production was equal, if not better, out of these two than Brassard and Sheehan.
Ozar's an
for about the
RFA.
same price, right?
Yeah, so it offsets because Bukestad was making $1 million more than we were paying Brassard,
Yeah.
but
and McCann
Sheehan was
makes less.
making 2 point something as opposed to the 1 point something
Yeah.
McCann was making. So yeah, it essentially is a wash money wise for this season. But you know, Sheehan and Brassard are off the books for Florida after this season.
Fuck
but
you,
Brassard's
Cody.
not finishing there anyway. What's that?
She's
Cody.
taking bets on which one of us will grab a chocolate Twinkie first.
Not doing it.
Ryan said 10 minutes.
Which Cody was it?
Coleman.
Smitty must be sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah, the pants are too.
Oh, God.
It's all. It's
We're
all
trying.
three stripes.
Ugh.
We're trying.
We're sponsored by Enterprise as well. We'll pick you up. Enterprise rental car, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
But we kind of touched on it that Malkin is day to day. He's not going to play tonight either. Obviously I'm not happy about it. I mean, I do
It's another
think
Czar
that it
situation.
could be like a nice little reset though.
Yeah.
I don't know where his head's been.
Yeah.
You know, more than he's still been like a point per game player, and Sullivan said that yesterday.
Mhm.
But it's just the little things, the lack of attention to detail.
Yeah. It looks like he's not trying.
He's turning the puck over a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem interested in the defensive zone.
Or neutral zone.
Yeah, I mean, really, when I'm
Or
noticing,
power play.
I was just saying, when I've noticed him right now is really just the power play, and it's because there's just more space, and you zone in on one guy, whoever has the puck, as a viewer.
Even on the power play, though, he makes dumb passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The power play hasn't been great recently.
They're still at like 24%, which
yeah.
is still pretty
they're
good.
5th or 6th in the league.
Yeah. But, yeah.
And they'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. Like I said, I'm looking at this as kind of like a reset. It is just day to day, which is good. You know, when you hear Sullivan say longer term, that's when it gets scary.
Yeah.
But as the Czar injury was, which please don't fight again.
By the way, French toast sticks are great in an air fryer, is what Stubbs said. It's a game changer.
French toast sticks in an air fryer, huh?
We're just shifting gears all the way.
Interesting. We should have had.
How about a waffle in an air fryer?
We should have had
or some pancakes.
Stubbs on to
right,
talk
right,
Super Bowl
Ryan?
food.
Wink.
We're gonna do that at the Wing Bash. We're gonna talk
geez.
about we're gonna talk about tailgating. I'm assuming.
So I will say, as far as getting back to trade talk a little bit, which Rutherford must have thought he heard trade deadline and just thought it was that day, not the entire month. But he still has his first round pick, which is traded every year.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't bet against the Pens making another move.
I wouldn't either.
But if they don't, then that first round pick will be on our show next year.
Okay.
The pick itself will be.
Yeah.
Not the player. If it will probably get traded on draft night if it doesn't get traded during the season.
Or
we made it this far.
So
I can't take it any longer. I gotta get rid of this thing.
I think we have a first. I think we still have a fourth, 6th, and 2 7th.
Yeah, they had 3 4th round picks for
We
the
have
upcoming draft, like before.
Cap Friendly tells you everything.
Yeah.
We have a first, a 4th, 5th, and 2 7ths. Yeah.
Oh, 5th instead of 6th. Okay. Huh. I think they're gonna keep it this year.
GMJR said compared to other years, he likes this draft a
Yeah, he's
lot in the
keeping it.
first round.
He's keeping it.
But
Man, that dude's an open book. He literally says everything that's on his mind.
But it's great.
And, yeah.
Imagine if we had Lou Lamoriello. The show would be so boring.
Right.
imagine if he talked like he was Neil Huntington.
Oh God.
Just beat around the bush on everything.
Create a
We
shit
don't
show.
want to. We don't want to have a high cap situation in anticipation for next season. You have the same cap every year, Jim.
Yeah.
The cap's
I
going
don't,
up.
I don't know what else
How
they would
much-
add.
Do we know how much it's? That wouldn't be until the off season. Is there like a projection?
Next year, I don't think it's gonna go up too much. What's it at right now?
It's at 79.5. I think they're saying
83.
like
no.
8. Or
So it'll be the following season.
The following
that-
season's when it's gonna go.
I remember. Well,
Yeah.
this season I think too. I think like Yoey or Jesse Marshall earlier this season said that next year it'll be like around like 82.
I was gonna say
like that.
83
Okay.
sounds about right. To
Yeah,
me.
but then the following season probably
Seattle.
like that's when we're gonna have Seattle
It'll
coming
probably
in.
go up even more.
90?
That might be pushing it.
90?
My guess is gonna be 88.
Yeah, I honestly I was just say 88, and then I was like, might as well just say 90.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
If
If it's
But
anything
Jared
more than
McCann's
90,
number in Florida.
it's 90, that's another like
that's huge.
$7 million player from what we expect the cap to be next season.
If it's
Yeah.
90, then Crosby makes less than 10% of your payroll.
Don't say this.
Yeah,
I mean, it's true.
he might hold out.
He's got the best contract in the NHL because as the cap goes up, it just gets better.
Wait, we play the Leafs tonight.
Yeah.
Should we think of something to do with Dangle?
What do you mean?
I
should
don't
we?
know.
What do you mean with him?
I don't know.
Hey, we decided we're doing this.
Ask.
You're bigger. You have an actual platform, but we decided that we're going to do this.
I don't know.
I don't
Speaking
know.
of the Leafs, they made a trade too
Yes, they did.
since our most recent.
That was interesting.
Muzzin, for a first round pick.
Grud-
Who the
Grud-
players-
Carl Grunstrom and
Carl-
Sean Dersey.
Yeah.
I don't know much about those guys. Weren't they? They're both like second round picks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Grunstrom's
don't
a
think-
center.
Is Dersey signed? I don't think so. Because it was the rights to him.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a whole lot. I don't think for Jake Muzzin, who's a top 4 defenseman.
Yeah. With
Um,
another year on his deal.
I do like Jake Muzzin. I know that from what I've seen from Kings fans, they've
Former
been
Penguin Jake Muzzin.
they've been pretty frustrated with him since moving away from Doughty.
Yeah.
They separated those two, and he hasn't been nearly as good.
Which,
you know,
I mean,
complaints are that he turns the puck over, stuff that's what happens. I mean, like similar with Chris Letang. I mean, granted he wasn't that great last year, but that was the
Yeah.
thing we talked about. Like that's just kind of that player's mentality. Like the
That's
guys
when
that
we
push
went.
the puck.
That's when we went through all the defensemen and looked at the turnovers and saw like
Yeah.
the top 20
yeah.
the defensemen that lead the league in turnovers are all like the best defensemen.
You know, that's I equate it to like Ben with the picks. I mean, it's just kind of the way that he plays. Is when you're pushing the football down the field, you're throwing interceptions. When you're pushing the puck up the ice, what are you guys laughing about?
Why is Smitty dressed like a 90s rapper from New York?
A 90s rapper from New York.
Yeah, and then Cody Coleman said because he's hip with the kids.
Hill. He's Hill with the
He's
kids.
Hill with the kids, and then corrected himself.
But yeah, I do like the trade for the Leafs. Doesn't seem like they gave up a whole lot.
No. They gave up.
They were going to trade their first-round pick to upgrade the defense regardless.
Yeah.
So
They gave up a bottom 6 center and a probably second pairing defenseman at best. But he's pretty
for
big.
a
but
top 4 defenseman for
yeah.
right now,
yeah.
when you got to try to keep up with the Lightning in your
Yeah.
division.
No, did he make his debut the other night?
Yeah, last night. That was their first game back.
Who did he play with?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Let me check.
Uh,
Because I was curious if they'd put him with Riley or not.
I think they started him with Riley, and then at the end of the game they put Hainsey with Riley for a shift.
Leafs lines.
What the why?
I don't know, but they scored.
Oh. Well, there's why.
Chemistry.
Don't answer my question.
Riley and Muzzin, top pair.
Yeah. That'll be fun to watch that in a
Interesting.
couple games once they finally get gelled.
Well, we probably gonna see it tonight.
Yeah. Hopefully they do play better than last night.
Who did they play last night?
The Red Wings, and it was boring. I
Yeah,
watched
they
the
lost.
highlights.
Is
Yeah,
the
so not to interrupt you.
no,
but
you're fine.
I just looked at the graphic from the before last night's game, how they put out just like the Pens, like their lineup.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
They had Muzzin with Riley, Gardner with Zaitsev, and Dermott with Hainsey. So
Fair enough.
Since it's GMJR and he likes to make trades, if the Penguins are going to add one more piece on the team, where would they add it?
Probably a winger.
It would have to be like a bottom 6 winger, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like your top six is kind of crowded.
well,
it is.
Is that with Dom Simone? Because I would say the only way that I think that they make another move is in this like next 2 weeks. They just decide Dom Simone isn't it.
Yeah.
On the top line.
Yeah,
think
I'm saying like if he's staying on your top line with Sid
Yeah.
and Gensel.
If they have the faith in him and he's staying on that top line, I think that I don't see them adding another forward.
I agree.
They don't necessarily need it.
I mean, unless, getting back to the scenario you threw out with J.G. Pageau from the Senators, who just came back within the last 3 weeks. Unless they trade for him to play center, and we're putting Bukestad
on
wing.
the right wing, yeah.
Then Bluger goes back down.
I want him to stay up, though.
Yeah.
I think that this team needs to understand. Look at how we won the Cups. It was with a youth infusion during the season, and Bluger can be that this season. Colin, I like Colin. I threw out the scenario before the season where he doesn't make the team and stays on with a coaching role. Now, that's not going to happen at this point in the season, I don't think. Unless he retires like Antoine Vermette.
Yeah. Was he on a team?
I don't know.
think so.
Yeah, it's just weird to retire when he did, in the season like
Yeah.
this. But, maybe he just realized I'm not getting a job.
Yeah.
But he probably should wait until after the trade deadline, because maybe a team that missed out on somebody would have just been like, here's a job.
Yeah. We know you haven't skated in almost a year, but
But anyway, I love Colin, but to me, as the season continues to go on, he's going to get more beat down.
but he's
in
been
the
looking better and
playoffs.
better. It makes no sense.
He's looked okay, and we talked about, too, how, Garrett Wilson had, a 4-game point streak.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at, do I expect that to continue?
No.
And for me, I would take Teddy Bluger going into the playoffs as opposed to Matt Collin.
Agreed. Cullen is the spare.
And that's the thing. If it doesn't work out, it's not like I'm saying get rid of the guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying, let him get his rest in the press box
Yeah.
for a couple games and see how it goes.
Yep.
But that's
And
just my idea.
he's 42 and he makes $650,000. We can do what we want with you.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to play.
Yeah.
You're a
That's
toy.
why I was I wasn't shocked that he made the team, but if he wouldn't have made the team, there was no financial commitment there. He was coming in essentially for a tryout, and he, I guess, did well enough to make the team.
Yeah.
Which we haven't heard, and I just saw his name pop up the other day. Jimmy Hayes.
Yeah.
He was another guy that
Where's he?
was
Is he in the minors?
yeah,
Oh.
I'm guessing. That's the thing. I haven't heard his name, and I just thought about him the other day. How did I? Oh no, it was just yesterday because I went to follow Bukestad and McCann on Instagram, and they were both following Hayes. So I was like, oh,
Yeah, he was on the Panthers for
totally
a
forgot
couple
about
years.
this guy. Yeah, totally forgot about this guy. But
Because I know he was on waivers. I don't know if he got claimed or not.
I can't imagine.
I don't think so, yeah. Huh. Interesting. Forgot about
and then the last thing, this has been a very hot topic. Beefy and Peep continue to go back and forth with the
Oh,
Stadium
boy.
Series jerseys.
So,
They're a good jersey. Period.
they are not my style. I think I could fix them.
What the?
Add a little bit of white, for God's sake.
That's not the that's missing the point.
How is it missing the point?
They're
Because they want to be color
They're
rush?
supposed to be like the Color Rush jerseys.
Yeah, and they shouldn't.
And nothing on like all of the. I looked at the Stadium Series merch because they had that out like for over a month now.
Yeah.
And none of it had white on it.
No, I know.
And although Jamal did say, what?
Look at my reaction when that happened. I kicked like the wheel on my chair with my heel.
Watching our own stream. That's for sure.
But
no, but listen, Jamal did say he thinks that if they took the stripe off of the arms and just had it like literally all black, that might be cleaner. But still, I think they're a good jersey.
I don't think they're bad. I'm not with Peep, but I'm not quite with you either. I think the way you fix them and not go into that like we need to make money because we want to look like Color Rush, you outline the logo in white and you add 2 white stripes on each side of the armband. I would buy that jersey all day.
I mean, I'd buy this one.
Okay.
I'd buy whatever one they put out.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
The original picture of the leak, I didn't think did it justice. I thought it would look better whenever they revealed it, which it did.
It looks better.
It looked like trash. Yeah, sitting on that hanger.
Yeah.
And then, so I wasn't a fan of it. And then I was like, wow, man, sit in that jersey.
Yeah, when they revealed it, it's like eggplant, you know? Okay.
But like I said, what is Sid not going to look good in? I mean, but anyway.
Did you notice in the
Flyers
reveal video?
jersey.
Yeah. Did you notice in the reveal video that the Penguins jersey said Crosby and the Flyers jersey says Flyers? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, and inside the neck it says a great day for hockey, and there says Philly.
Yeah. Which organization is better?
We got to remember who we play for.
Look at the jersey. Tell us which team's better.
I can't believe they didn't put Broad Street Bullies on the back of it.
I think they're good. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good jersey. Do you think it's a good jersey?
I mean, I think that they're
for being a Stadium Series jersey.
I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's good.
It's not like they wear it all the time.
You like them more than the last ones?
No.
I'm gonna say no because the last ones are basically like our alternates now, and I like our alternates now a lot.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like I like our last ones better. Although I didn't really care for the big patch on the arm, like with the stars. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, didn't it say Steel City? Wasn't it like the Pennsylvania thing?
Yeah, I just didn't care for that. Like on this one, it just has the Stadium Series patch. It doesn't have like another patch on the arm.
There's no keystone or anything on it.
Which is
that's the word I was looking for.
But I like the 2017 one better.
Yeah,
but I do like this one.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like I'm still gonna buy one.
I mean, Pete doesn't even like our alternates now.
Not legally.
I just feel like he's not a happy person.
Yeah, he's what? So he likes the diagonal.
He likes the diagonal. He likes the Rangers jersey.
He also likes the RoboPen.
I mean, I don't mind the RoboPen.
I don't like it.
I like the black one. I don't really care for the white one.
I don't like either of them.
RoboPen is okay to me. Diagonal. My thing with the diagonal jersey is that it looks better on fans than it does on the actual players.
Yes.
Because the letters are too bunched up. There's too many letters. It doesn't look good. And I like tweeted out pictures of Yager wearing that jersey.
This is a weird thought.
It doesn't look good to me. Like, because you can't even read it.
There are too many letters. Whoever thought that would be said about a jersey?
Like, look at it. I don't think that looks good with the letters all stacked on each other.
Yeah.
Well, he's also
like it.
I don't know.
It's not clean.
It doesn't like Jonesy said. Who cares about jerseys? I'm like, well, it is what you're watching. You know.
Who cares about jerseys? Fans.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you need them to be decent to look at because you're sitting there watching them for an hour. But like at the same time, what does it affect?
And you're also
ask the Penguins how much they make in jersey sales, and then ask who cares about jerseys.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, you have to watch them, so. Yeah, I mean, you'd rather watch something that you think looks good.
Yeah, but
who cares about jerseys? We didn't realize how bad the Vegas gold was until we got this. So
yeah, but if I had to go to a game and they're wearing like the old baby blue ones, I'd be like, eh.
Yeah,
cool.
Those are disgusting.
Yeah.
Right, and you're also not going to make any money off of them
anymore.
Like
yeah.
them. No, but I'm saying that's.
What if like next year it's like, all right, guys, we're having a Vegas gold alternate jersey. It's like, you can kill yourself.
All of Twitter explodes.
But Yeah, that's my hot take because I know a lot of people love the diagonal jersey, and I don't
You know
think
why?
I don't think it's necessarily a bad looking jersey. I just don't think it's a good jersey for the Penguins.
It's
Yeah.
nostalgia and the fact that one is known like almost worldwide.
That should be it was famous because of Snoop Dogg,
Yes.
not the Penguins.
That's why people like it.
But I mean, you make
And-
a good point with the fans though. Like I think that they look nice, and then a player wears them, and as you just showed in the picture, I agree with you. I don't think it looks good on the players, but like still, it's not. It would be like a cool jersey to have as a fan. I guess.
As a fan, that's fine. I think it's a cool jersey to wear. I just don't think the players should wear it. I don't think it looks good on them. Plus, that was the first year. The first year they wore those was whenever they got knocked out going for the three-peat. So who wants to remember that?
Gin and juice.
Way back.
Yeah, that's my hot take.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's-
I mean, overall, the Penguins jerseys, the home and away they have now are the best jerseys they've ever worn.
oh yeah, agreed.
Like I don't think that's up for debate on anyone.
Okay, thoughts on the collar though of the new jerseys?
At
As in,
first
like-
I hated it because I was so used to the Reebok like collar, or I was used to like the Reebok full collar.
Yeah.
Now I don't mind it as much.
Yeah,
I
just
think
like a
I would
flat half
I think I
collar.
would prefer the Reebok collar still, but I don't mind the Adidas collar. I've gotten pretty used to it.
I haven't experienced this. I don't own an Adidas jersey.
Yeah,
yet,
that's what I was
so-
looking for. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw the Reebok one. So
Yeah, I don't own an Adidas one yet. I'm thinking about changing that for one of the alternate ones. I just don't know who to get because I was going to get a Alexiak jersey last year, and then
Bukestad.
thank God. So yeah, I had to retire 2 jerseys. I'm pretty.
Teddy Bluger,
Uh,
nice.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely gonna get a Bukestad one though, because
Yeah.
I've liked him for a while.
Agreed.
I remember I looked
I
up.
used him on my hut team.
I looked up my tweets from, like, just my name and then Bukestad to see if I had any tweets. And I just tweeted like last year. Penn's interested in Bukestad in the summer.
Smitty Nostradamus.
But like I said, yeah. I mean, we talked about it. GMJR has liked him for a while, and there was an
Yeah.
article last year about interest in him if Florida was going to move him then. And
They didn't want to.
It's funny too. Anthony and I last year talked about McCann because I like searched McCann in our text messages, and it like brought up me and Anthony talking about possible people to bring in as a center, like for third or fourth line, and we brought him up.
he
Fair
looks like somebody. Like his.
Yeah, he definitely looks like somebody.
No, I mean, like I feel like he has like a little bit of Gensel in his face. Like
I don't know. Let me
I
bring up a picture of him.
feel like I don't want to be part of this conversation. Just in case.
at least how he looked yesterday.
How he looked yesterday.
You know, maybe he has like. Never mind.
I was gonna say
I
you're
don't
just
know.
digging the hole.
See, his hair is too dark there. That's not how it looked at all yesterday.
Well, I mean,
Riveting content.
He was in the sun for too long in Florida. It doesn't look like that anymore.
I'm eating a Twinkie.
I hope they had their passports.
There it is, Cody. Oh yeah.
Like, what if they forgot their passports in Florida?
Well, they said they had to. Oh wait, no. They were talking about them going to Toronto for tonight. Never mind. All right. Anyway, so switching topics. Done with the NHL, I guess. Going to football. It's Super Bowl weekend.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not a fan of the Patriots, you're just sick of seeing them there every year, and you're to the point now where does it even really matter? You're just like always rooting against them. But I think I've said on here, like, I've gotten to the point where it's just like an appreciation at this point. Like, I mean, I still want the Rams to win. Don't get me wrong, because I mean, I do actually have like a rooting interest in the Rams, with Aaron Donald. I like him a lot, obviously. I like Gurley a lot. I'd love to see Brandon Cooks beat the Patriots after trading him. But yeah, I've grown more and more appreciative of what I've seen in the Patriots as time's gone on. I mean, 9 Super Bowls, dude. That's more than any other franchise, just by himself since he's been there. The Patriots have been to 11 total. He's been to 9, and then the Steelers at 8, so on and so forth. It's crazy.
It's great.
Super Bowls or the Twinkie?
Twinkie.
Both. As far as the game goes, what do you guys think?
I'm calling the Rams are winning.
I picked the Pats on Donardo's show.
All right, well, I'm going to be the one that breaks the tie. I've gone back and forth with this. I mean, I do think that the Rams have a legit shot. I mean, they're what, It's 2.5 point. I think,
2.5
spread
favorite. Yeah.
for the Patriots, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
After last week, putting the Patriots as the underdog, why would you?
Oh my god, dude, that was just so annoying, though.
Yeah.
Like, are
It
you
was
kidding
easy
me?
money.
It's the first time that you're an underdog since like Brady's after he tore his ACL, and you're gonna make up some underdog storyline and make shirts and ridiculous. But
Ridiculous.
it's hard to pick against the Pats.
Yeah, they're 2.5 favorite.
Cody says 3.
And
score says 2.5.
Here we go.
and I think that Gronkowski's playing his last game.
Yeah,
I was gonna bring
can
that
see that.
Scheffner said no.
Well, he's a bot, so he better play his last game.
Yeah.
What does he mean? How is he gonna say no?
He doesn't think he's gonna retire. Is his exact
Dude,
words.
he had come on, why wouldn't he? He goes out winning a Super Bowl. His body's already been put through the rigor. He's basically
rigor.
How old is he?
26?
20. I was gonna say 28.
I was gonna say 29.
So, okay,
he's a shell of himself.
He's above 25, less than 30, but his body does not feel like that. I'm sure he's in pain every single day that he wakes up.
I think he probably feels like a 40-year-old man.
And he could make a ton of money outside of football.
He feels how Tom Brady should feel.
So many people want him in Hollywood.
He's 29.
He's 29. So he's close to 30, feels like at least double that, wakes up every day in pain, and knows that there's a life for him outside of football. There's people that say he could be like that Sylvester Stallone. Like, he's going to be in movies if he steps away from football.
You said life for him. I'm like, wait, is he going into space?
Life for him.
Yeah.
Imagine him and Pat McAfee doing something like comedy thing.
Oh, they will. Have you seen anything from the charity thing he's doing at Topgolf down in Atlanta, Pat?
I saw the video
Tim Tebow
of
thing.
Tim Tebow.
That was hysterical.
Yeah.
Loves
Jesus.
you.
Loves you.
But yeah, I would probably.
If Gronk retires, he's working for Barstool. Lock it in.
I don't doubt it.
I'll give
at
you
all.
one guess who said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably honestly become a huge Rob Gronkowski fan if he retires. Or
Not
once he does
already?
retire.
I think it's in his best interest.
I agree.
What's there more to do? But I mean, he'll probably get. I mean, is his contract after this year, or is his contract up?
That's a good question.
Does
I
it
know
mean-
that he was originally looking for receiver money on a deal, and that was talked about
2 years ago?
recently. So it could be after this year. He might need a new contract anyway.
Well, I
Even
mean,
if he
if
doesn't
it's
come back.
up,
Yeah, no, it is up. It is up. Because I remember last year they were saying he's going to retire with a year on his deal. If I remember
Okay, so
correctly.
and you look at Belichick was pretty pissed off last season when Gronkowski wouldn't commit to coming back.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I mean, there's already that, and if that's going to be a thing again, I mean, it's not like he's just going to say he's not going into this Super Bowl already being committed to playing next season.
Mhm.
We know that. I mean, he's going to be weighing the options once again. Belichick could get sick of it again and not even want to give him a contract.
Yeah.
Retire.
I mean, maybe
I think win or lose, retire.
maybe he has a certain number in his head, and it's like, if I can get this, then I'll keep playing. But
Yeah.
if not, then I'm retiring.
That's understandable as well.
If you're the Patriots, what do you want to give him? Because he's not him. He's not Rob Gronkowski of
The
5
Pats-
years ago.
The Pats won't pay him. That's
That's-
just not their way.
And they also, I mean, look at their team. They don't have a ton of holes. Their first round pick could very well be a tight end to replace him.
Yeah.
First round pick, tight end.
Noah Fant, I think he's from Iowa.
Mm.
That's who they have as their first round pick right now. He's a tight end.
I mean,
The first tight end off the board, of course.
it makes sense to me to retire.
Yeah.
Mainly because you suck now. But you don't suck now, but you kind of suck now.
You're not how do you go from being the guy at your position to what you are now, and not get, I don't want to say depressed, not be, what's the word I'm looking for here? Herb's looking around the room.
That was weird. I
What?
saw something flash on the camera, go by it, and there's nothing
It's
there.
a ghost.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for here?
I zoned out. I'm sorry.
He's definitely his own biggest critic, is what I'm saying, I guess.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I guess, how do you become a shell of yourself, know what you used to be, and then, continue to be a shell of yourself?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the right time to go out is when you see yourself
Fading.
starting to do that. There are guys that play way too long and
Peyton.
kind of, taint their. Yeah, he won. Well, he
Who
won a
did you
Super
say?
Bowl.
Peyton.
He
I
won the
was
Super
saying,
Bowl.
he won the
He
Super Bowls
because
last
the
year.
rest of his team.
Yeah, I know.
His
I know.
arm was held
But
together
I'm
with
just saying,
glue and compressed air.
but with that decision, though, he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Broncos could have won it without a quarterback that season.
So
but
you look at the box score. He was the starting quarterback. So
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been, but
they gave it back to him from Osweiler, even
Yeah.
though Osweiler didn't play bad
yeah,
in place of him.
he shouldn't have been the starting quarterback. But
Speaking of retirement, Julius Pepper retires.
officially,
16 years.
He's
or something like
and
that.
productive just about every season. I mean, I guess that was his thinking. Once again, we talked just about Gronkowski. Peppers decides to go out while he still is, productive. He doesn't want to see himself fall off the cliff. Ryan Shazier thinks that he's going to play football again. Well, I mean, we've known that, but kind of publicly stating it, reiterating it.
Good for him.
Yeah. I don't know how many people agree with him on that.
Pat.
I don't think any doctor in the country will agree with him.
yeah. Well,
but
I mean, they told him he
I
wasn't
will
going to
not
walk again.
tell him no.
Right. That's the thing. I mean, he can say what he wants, but the thing is, he can't give himself medical clearance to do so.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out, but yeah, he has to do so many things to be able to do that, and a lot of it's not in his control. That's the thing. If he controlled his own destiny, it'd be one thing. You'd just be, relying on his work ethic and such getting him there. But
17 years. My bad.
he's
Cody.
relying on a doctor to clear him, which
Yeah.
Probably
I mean,
not gonna
all
happen.
power to him. I respect him and love him for that, but I just don't see him playing. I don't see how any doctor would ever clear him to play.
Can't wait till 3 years from now. This is going to be a compilation on his Twitter, just like people saying he's never going to play football again.
I hope so.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I look
I'd
forward to
love to
being on
see him
Ryan
play.
Shazier's video.
Yeah, I would love to see him play, but I just don't see it.
But that's the thing. We're not the people that he should be like targeting in that case. I mean, I know you were messing around.
That's
but,
just
like,
more Steelers drama that is pending. Talking about Shazier.
I guess.
I mean,
I don't know how it's drama, but
if that's the drama, I'll take it.
yeah.
we love it.
I mean, I don't really think that's a big deal, drama-wise.
No, I mean and like we said, we're on his side. It's just getting your clearance. That's the only thing that matters. That's the one question in this all, because he's gonna have himself as ready as he can be. But it might not matter. What?
Between Steelers and the league.
Oh,
About what?
about getting
Shazier
clearance?
play, yeah.
Mm.
Like, yeah.
Cross that bridge when it comes.
Yeah, because it's probably not going to come, but.
Let's talk about drama. Antonio Brown, the latest on him. So he's obviously involved with like the Super Bowl
Drugs?
weekend and stuff.
Yeah, he's gone off the deep end.
He's involved with the Super Bowl and stuff, so he's doing like public appearances and stuff like that.
Shouldn't be.
Did an interview or whatever that was put on Twitter, and yeah, I mean,
Big yikes.
I saw somebody say, yeah, that they need to trade him right now because he's not gonna pass the drug test when it does come.
Doesn't look like it.
So he hasn't failed a drug test yet, so like he knows when they are. So, I mean, hey, he knows when he's getting drug tested. He can smoke it up right now, and then
What in anyone's right mind tells you to bleach your mustache and dye your
dude,
hair?
I am loving the Hulk
blonde and
Hogan
blue?
pictures and all these other memes that are being made. with
Imagine
Antonio
how
Brown with
how
the
much
mustache.
funnier this situation would be if we weren't Steeler fans.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it didn't affect us like that.
Imagine if we were like Ravens fans right now.
Yeah, to see a division team and the team that, I mean, well, the Ravens won the division last year, but for a good portion of time that you've been chasing,
Yeah. Turned into an absolute joke.
with all this going on, yeah, it's crazy. But
Makes me miss Le'Veon.
oh, speaking of him, did you see his cleats?
Yes.
Yeah, black and yellow.
The cleats that he was working out in.
It's not going to end. It's never going to end.
It I don't think it means anything, but that's
No.
yeah. It gives people something to stir the pot.
It's never going to end.
Listen, we talked about it. Who do you accept back with open arms more, Le'Veon or Antonio?
Yeah.
And actually, in the poll that we saw, Antonio won that. But I voted for Le'Veon.
Yeah.
So did I.
I did too.
The thing is, just look at the situations. Le'Veon was away from the team. Should he have told them his plan? Yeah, probably. In a way, he is also leaving his team hung out to dry. But there was a motive behind it. He's trying to get paid. It wasn't going to happen with the Steelers. At least then, maybe going into free agency now we see what happens. But it wasn't going to happen.
Oh, no one's giving me money?
And
Well.
he decides to hold out for an entire season. It was just a waiting game. Oh, he's going to hold out. He'll be there week 1. Wasn't there week 1?
I'll say it was funny, too, because everybody said is like he's not going to hold out the whole entire season.
Yeah.
It just kept changing. The goalposts just kept moving. When is he coming back? Is it week 1? Nope.
Week 6,
week
7,
6. Is it after the bye week?
Week 11, week 12.
Is it after the trade deadline? Just so many dates thrown out that people were like, yeah, he's coming back this time. And it never happened. It got to the point where here we are at the end of the season, he's still not here. But there was a motive behind it. Like I said, he's trying to get paid. Wasn't going to happen. With Antonio, the motive was, I don't know. He felt disrespected. He felt like he didn't have an equal voice compared to the franchise quarterback in the room. They've had a rift. Yeah. I wonder if Le'Veon has any burner Twitter accounts.
Oh, duh. I feel like they all do at this point.
Did you see? Sidney Crosby had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Yoey tweeting about that.
And then hasn't had one since.
Yeah.
He had a burner account?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told Josh Yoey he had a burner account, and he saw a tweet from Rob Rossi that made him delete it.
Yeah. And he hasn't had a Twitter account.
He hasn't had one since. It was probably when he said that Malkin and Crosby played their last game together.
Just told no, it was before that he said.
Oh.
Yeah, but we just told the biggest Sidney Crosby fan in the world something he didn't know about Sidney Crosby.
That's true.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
See, I'm surprised you didn't see that tweet. The thing is, it was just like in a conversation with somebody. It wasn't like he tweeted it himself.
I think it was Jesse Marshall and somebody else.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't even know.
Then I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, Antonio, regardless of what was going on with Ben, but he's leaving other people in the dust.
Is
besides
Antonio
Ben.
Brown Heath Ledger's Joker?
I don't know. I mean, Juju won on First Take. Who else was on something? Was it maybe like Hines or somebody that said,
it was Hines Ward.
If Art Rooney called me right now, I would have to step off the set because I have to take that phone call. That's somebody that if they call you, you answer.
Yeah.
And he can't figure out how Antonio Brown doesn't have that respect for that family that literally everybody that's walked through the Steelers organization's doors has had.
I brought it up a week or two ago. I wonder if this is the same circumstances if Dan Rooney was still alive.
Right. But I mean, these
Definitely
these players are saying that even though he isn't.
Yeah.
The only one that, like Art too, is still there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because that name carries a ton of weight in the NFL.
Yeah.
And you have a guy that just doesn't respect him the way that literally everybody else has.
Yeah.
Enough to have a conversation with him. Regardless of how it ends, if it ends up being that the Steelers and him cut ties, at least he had a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Dude, that interview where that girl asked him, I don't even know what the question was, but he just said, I want to win. It doesn't matter where. I was like, well, yeah, it doesn't matter where because you're under contract, moron. It's like you have no control in this.
Yeah. He does. That's what it's so weird how it seemed like a free agent recruiting process with these teams.
Yeah.
Like, you go on his Instagram page and you can look at things that he's tagged in. It's just like an edit of him in like every single jersey that people are tagging him in, and it's just like, what is this? Like, he's on a team. You don't see this like with any other player.
Mm.
It's very rare. It's something that we haven't seen really, and I don't know. It's just a weird situation. So for you guys, when do you guys both want him off the Steelers, or where are we at with that?
I honestly don't care about the whole situation.
As in, like, you don't care either way what happens?
Yeah. I'm just here for amusement at this point.
Okay.
It's gone on long enough for me.
At this point, I want him gone.
Okay.
So
what was the breaking point for you?
I don't know. I mean, I was fine like with him coming back like after him like missing the game and all that for the practice stuff, and then Like the James Harrison stuff, it's whatever. Probably the Instagram thing with
In the
the
Brown and the
in
Browns,
the
in the 49ers jersey.
yeah, that's like
Okay. I can see that. I mean, see, for me, going into, even after the last game, even after all that came out, I was with you. I was like, okay, find a way to work this out. I want him back on the Steelers next season. When I went onto his Twitter page, looked at his likes, and saw that he was liking tweets, bashing Tomlin, bashing Ben, I think that was probably when I was like, this guy can't be back in the organization.
I didn't do that. I just saw what he was posting.
So, yeah, I mean, like, I just I was just on his Twitter page because, he was tweeting some crazy stuff. So I just went into his likes, and, I mean, his likes are just people bashing Ben, bashing the Steelers, bashing Tomlin. And, I get there are two sides to every story, but even with the way that he's painting it, with the way he's painting it, it's still not two-sided. It's still just his side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see a way that he can be here. But it's like, if you listen to the players talk, they think that there's going to be a way to work it out. I don't get how we get to that point with where we're at right now. I don't see the finish line, I guess is what I'm saying.
I think the less headache of an option is just to cut ties with them.
Yeah.
Like trade them, move them. Just don't have them on your team.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the only option is to trade. I wouldn't cut him.
Well, when I say cut ties, I mean trade them. I'm not
okay,
saying,
I just thought you meant by any means
I'm
necessary.
No, I'm not saying cut them. No.
Okay. Yeah, I think you got to trade him at this point. We were already kind of skeptical on what the return would be.
At this point,
Day
I
by
really
day,
don't care what
day
it
by
is.
day, it's getting, more foggy what it could possibly be.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, do we get a second-round pick for him right now?
Yeah, he's just making it worse. So I would just trade him as soon as you can. What is March is when you can?
Well, once it hits March, as opposed to the $21 million or whatever that it would be, because I think it's like $9 million or something. Yeah.
Trade him.
But to answer that question though, do you think that they could get a second-round pick for him? Because I think first-round pick right now is out of question.
I think he's
agreed.
ruined that for the Steelers.
Yeah.
What if he's actively doing it just to ruin the Steelers?
Smart move.
Has anybody thought about that? What if he's just trying to ruin the organization?
I mean, I've thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, is this just? Well, not necessarily. I don't think it was like his motive, at least at the beginning. Like that wasn't why he walked away and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
no, but what about
but I
now?
think like right now, as it stands, he's trying to give them the least return possible.
Yeah, he's literally going full Heath Ledger's Joker, trying to ruin it from the inside out.
I mean,
Look at him. Literally just look at him.
yeah,
I'm just sick of him.
he's crazy. He looks crazy.
Can't wait till somebody finds this video and just like they're racist.
Whatever.
They're
I'm
racist.
just sick of them. I don't care.
But we'll see how it plays out. But I'm in my head. I'm trying to think of a scenario where this can all be resolved
Yeah.
in 2019, and I don't see it.
Like
How does that guy step back onto the football field?
No
with
idea.
These guys?
like Juju said, we need to not be the Kardashians next year.
Mhm.
He's Kim.
And he wouldn't. He said that, and people really tried to get him to say names, and he wouldn't.
No.
He's like, "Who are you talking about on the team?" And he just like started chuckling.
He's
Well,
not
that's
going to do
stupid
that.
question.
He's so much smarter than the rest of the guys on that team. Because there are some guys on that team that would say names.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, and AB's not the only guy that has called people out by names.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
look at the
Ben.
guy that he
Ben
has a
does
feud
it all
with.
the
Yeah,
time.
I mean, and
all the time.
he has a weekly radio show. Ramon
Yeah.
Foster has a weekly radio show. Like,
Yeah.
it's- yeah.
That one is confusing to me, but
But it is what it is.
good way to put it.
It's if you're not a Steeler fan, yeah, it's going to be
It's
very
funny.
entertaining to see how it plays out. As a Steeler fan, it's every day you're just waiting for something new.
Yeah.
And as we sit here today, I don't see how he plays a snap for the Steelers in 2019, but
It'll be interesting.
it's also very possible. I mean, realistically, the guys on the team are the ones that need to want him back. That's who he's got to play with. I mean, obviously the owner, but like
Yeah.
the players are the ones that have to be with him every day.
And he has to show
And-
up.
Yeah. And as time's gone on, we learned a lot about. How about T.J. Hushmanzada saying what he did about Chad Johnson? Like,
Oh, what do you say?
he's like. So they asked him, Chad Johnson is AB's like mentor or whatever.
Yeah.
And so what was Chad Johnson like? And he's like, he did the same thing. He didn't stay with us during training camp. He has like housing a couple blocks away or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He would go into meetings and just fall asleep, or would be sleeping. You'd have to drag him out of bed to go to the meeting.
Yeah.
He'd come in and just like not pay attention. They'd tell him to pay attention. He just said, honestly, I don't want to be here. Gotten kicked out, gotten told that he wasn't playing on Sunday, then show up on Sunday and he played.
That is the class of wide receiver I would put AB with too.
Yeah.
Him and T.O.
It's just but it's crazy because you in a way have to put up with it until it gets to a certain point.
Chad Johnson never won a Super Bowl. Huh?
I mean, I bring it back to what Tomlin said a few years ago. What am I going to do? Not play him?
Yeah.
But I think we're past that point now.
He's told guys. Tomlin has told Steelers, like, yeah, he's always going to have a longer leash than some of you guys. Like, he has to.
That actually just went through my head. The only, I wouldn't even consider T.O. a full drama queen, but the only receiver like that's won a Super Bowl in my memory, that skill level is T.O. And even that, he wasn't that terrible of a person off the field.
Are we thinking of Terrell Owens?
Yeah.
What do you mean
I
that's
think
skill
he's
level?
a pretty big diva.
Well, yeah, but
Like,
I'm just saying.
Are you saying diva? Are you saying diva? Or are you saying the skill level?
I'm saying
Or,
that is
recently?
the skill level that I put AB with. But I don't think he was that big of a diva off the field like AB is, and he's the only one of that group that has a Super Bowl.
Oh, so who's the group though?
Just those three, pretty much.
Oh,
That's the three that I think of when I think best receivers in the league.
Jerry Rice.
I think he was too early to consider drama queens,
Randy Moss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Randy Moss is another one. Yeah, he is a Super Bowler too, right?
He doesn't have a Super Bowl.
Oh, I thought he was on the Patriots for one. Or was that the year
He
they
was on the
lost?
Patriots when they got upset by the Giants.
That's what it was.
They were undefeated. He caught 23 touchdowns that season.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's kind of like, not to say great receivers haven't won Super Bowls.
No, yeah.
But it's kind of like you
The
look
pain in
at
the
it
ass
with
ones.
the same type of thing as like the great running backs. It's like how many great running backs have won Super Bowls? How many great receivers have won Super Bowls? Do you really need them?
Yeah, exactly. Or do you just need a well-balanced team? Look at the Pats.
Yeah, if we had two, well, Juju's not that far behind AB, but I was just saying if you had two Jujus or one AB and one player below Juju, which one would you rather have? Two Jujus.
Yeah, exactly. Hello.
Anyway. We'll
You
see what
guys-
happens.
I'm just sick of talking about it. I don't
So
give
did
a
you
shit
guys see
anymore.
what Kyler Murray did on
That
the
was
Dan
a
Patrick show?
weird interview, man. He didn't answer anything.
I don't know why he's doing
He
interviews.
just sat there.
If he's gonna have to do that, why are you doing interviews, dumbass?
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about.
He basically sat there, and Dan Patrick goes, "So, are you gonna go to the combine?" And he's like, and he just sits there quietly, laughing, like giggling to himself, and he goes, "Dad, is he going to the combine?" He goes, "No comment."
There was no reason for him to be there.
Yeah, and he goes, "Are you gonna have a pro day?" And he sits there and he's like, "I don't know." And he goes, "Dad, is he going to or is he gonna have a pro day?" No comment. He goes, "Well,
What do you mean no
when
comment? You literally
well,
declared for the NFL draft.
and then he goes, "Well, when do you have to report for spring training for the A's?" He goes, "February 15th." And he's like, "Oh, so you knew that one." He's like, "Are you going to spring training?" He's like, "I don't know." There's no point for him to be doing interviews at this point.
Yeah.
I think,
That's the answer to everything.
honestly, from that interview, I think he might pick baseball.
He said, the one thing he did say was, I don't have a preference in terms of sport.
Oh,
I wish I could play them both, but I know that's not possible.
yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see what he does. I really couldn't get a read on it based off that, watching that clip. I didn't see it when it was live.
Just the
Except
fact that he riddled off February 15th like that is like, well,
February 15th.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. That's going to be something else to watch here in the coming days.
Yeah.
The Kyler Murray official decision.
When is the combine?
I don't know.
It's next month.
It's I don't know. The exact date, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
That's something I do not care about.
Is the combine?
Yeah, I was just curious.
It's on the NFL Network.
Yeah. I do not care about the combine, like watching it or anything. I don't care.
Right.
I'll look up specific players what they did, but I have no interest in watching that.
Okay.
Me either.
Alright.
But all right, if you are watching us on Twitch, we thank you very much. If you're not following, please hit the follow. We're going to do a giveaway when we hit 50 followers. We're 10 away, I believe, now. So be sure to do that. If you are listening somewhere else and not watching on Twitch, head on over to our Twitch to hit that follow. Same thing applies. We're still doing that giveaway regardless of when you're following us. Just got to be one of that first 50. And follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Remember, Horse Neutral Softball Foundation. We are going to be doing our Wing Bash June 1st. We will be there doing a live podcast. So if you want to come on, that's like your opportunity to be right there with us, yell in our face until we let you on. So be sure to do that. We're going to do giveaways, like I mentioned, with the Swaggerty stuff. I'm working on some other stuff to just put all in one basket together. So, yeah, get some information on that, and we will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Everybody know Marshmallow.